Exclusive contracted novel by Feilu Novel Network. Double comparison. See King Sasuke, completely numb in the world of ninja. The Chinese ninja exam showcases the vastly different lives of two Uchiha Sasuke characters, as compared to the live broadcast that descended into the ninja world. Sasuke of the original world. Deceived by Uchiha Itachi, deceived by Uchiha's soil, brainwashed by the fire shadows of previous dynasties, and kept in the dark, relying on the roads arranged by Uchiha Itachi and the six immortals driving to enhance strength throughout the journey, seal the night to save the ninja world, but ultimately leave Kiba alone. I only have one daughter, and as I see Uchiha's bloodline about to be cut off, Sasuke of parallel worlds. Read and think, search for clues to uncover the truth, and settle all enemies. Improve your own strength and obtain the power of immortal magic, immortal body, reincarnation eye, tail beast, and even the 9-go jade reincarnation eye. Unify the ninja realm with absolute power, sweep across the great barrel, bring true peace to the ninja realm, and embark on the era of interstellar exploration in the ninja realm. Wives and concubines gather in groups, spreading branches and leaves, and rebuilding Uchiha with the power of one person. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Listing commitment letter. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Adhere to originality and eliminate non-compliant commitment letters. Pen name, Uchiha Huiying. Guarantee that this signed work belongs to my own original creation, and strictly follow the Feilu Writers' Convention during the creation process. I adhere to originality and prevent the following violations. If there are any violations, I am willing to bear all consequences arising from it. 1. Ensure that the signed work belongs to one's own original work and does not involve plagiarism or plot plagiarism in Chinese translation. 2. Ensure that no third-party works or plot are plagiarized during the creative process. 3. Ensure that this work is first published and the only contracted website on Feilu Novel Network. 3. Ensure compliance with laws and regulations during the creative process, including, but not limited to, violations such as not involving politics, not involving pornography, gambling, drugs, promoting cults, not ghostwriting, not blocking or abolishing manuscripts, not hosting, not selling works or accounts, etc. 4. Ensure that regardless of the word count of the work, the signed work must complete the plot, never end, and never stop or end when the work is put on the shelves. It doesn't matter whether the put on the shelf statement is posted or not, but a commitment letter must be posted to adhere to originality and eliminate violations. It can be placed in the online speech or as a single sheet, but not in the content of the article. Those without a commitment letter will not be set for listing. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 1. Comparison of live streaming room, 2 Sasukes. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding. Open the live broadcast room. The live broadcast will soon showcase the life of Uchiha Sasuke, the last descendant of the Uchiha clan in this world and parallel worlds. The screen with a silver border on the left displays Uchiha Sasuke from this world, while the screen with a gold border on the right displays Uchiha Sasuke from a parallel world. During the viewing period, any aggressive behavior is prohibited. During the viewing period, there will be a reward QA session. Please actively participate, and the rewards include ninjutsu, secret techniques, blood inheritance limits, and so on. The chat room has been opened and we are currently polling relevant people. The poll is over, everyone can speak freely in the chat room. Kiba 60 years old, the venue of the Chinese ninja exam. Orochimaru was completely embarrassed. Just now, with a big wave of his hand, he announced the start of the plan for the collapse of Kiba. With a tug of the mask on his face, he planned to hold on to his teacher and find a place to fight, distinguishing between high and low, as well as life and death. As a result, suddenly unable to move, 2 screens suddenly appeared in the sky, one with a silver border and the other with a gold border, accompanied by the sound that resounded throughout the entire ninja realm. Sitting beside him, Ape Flying Sun/ was both shocked and angry, looking at his disciple. Orochimaru, you actually disguised yourself as Fengyin. Is this what kind of evil forbidden spell you've created? Ape Flying Sun / felt like he was being controlled by an invisible force, unable to stand up from his seat. Otherwise, he would have picked up the diamond Rui stick and fought against this rebellious disciple long ago. Orochimaru sneered. Teacher Monkey Flying, are you getting confused? Suddenly, 2 screens appeared in the sky, and strange sounds echoed in everyone's ears. This is what I can do. Although the situation is unclear, Orochimaru is not in a hurry. He doesn't have the ability to do this, and it's expected that even Ape Flying Sun / doesn't have that ability. Since that's the case, it's no use being urgent. It's better to calm down and analyze the situation. In the chat room, someone started speaking. Qianshou Zhujian. Compared to the live broadcast room. What thing? Can even a dead person like me receive it? Qianshou said, the last descendant of Uchiha. Does this mean that there is only one person left in the Uchiha clan? It is indeed an evil clan, and they have even reached the point of annihilation. Qianshou Zhujian said, Fei Jian, how many times have I told you? Don't be hostile to Yujibwa. Humph. Yuji Boban said, when they refused to leave Kiba with me, this ending was already predetermined. It's not surprising that this guy, Qianshou Kaijian, deliberately targeted me. Qianshou Zhujian. Motor, you're here too. Long time no see. Qianshou said, how could I have targeted Uchiha? The evil clan is self-inflicted, what does it have to do with me? Yuji Boban. Have you deliberately targeted yourself and made yourself clear in your heart? Qianshou Zhujian. Motor, Fei Jian, don't argue anymore. In the Pure Land world, the eyebrows furrow between the 1,000-handed pillars. I didn't expect that even after I died, I had to persuade the 2 of them, Madara and Kazuma, to fight. Inoue. Can you even pull a ninja who is in Pure Land after death in this live broadcast room? It's amazing. 4th generation Lei Ying. I thought it was some conspiracy orchestrated by Mu Yi. Zhao Meiming said, you can also see 2 silver and gold screens here in Wuyin village. Suddenly, everyone can't move. This shouldn't be something that ninjas can do. Rosa. Is Orochimaru there? You bastard actually attacked me. Ninjas in Sanin, the plan is terminated. Don't trust Orochimaru. In the real world, the sand-hidden ninjas were suddenly taken aback. It was not until then that they realized that their own Fengyin had already died. The wind shadow I saw today was actually disguised by Orochimaru. Monkey Flying Sun / What plan? Fengyin, what are you colluding with Orochimaru for? Orochimaru. What are you doing? Of course we're going to destroy Konoha. Qianshou said, destroy Konoha. Orochimaru, right. I remember you summoned me and my elder brother to reincarnate from the filth before, right? Another evil little ghost. Monkey Flying Sun / said, alas, Orochimaru is my disciple. He defected to Konoha due to human experiments, and then he harbored a grudge against Konoha because I didn't teach him well. Qianshou said, speaking of which, Monkey, how many years is it on your side? Are you still making Hokage? Monkey Flying Sun John said, teacher, I am from Konoha 60 years old and I am currently holding a ninja exam. Just now, compared to the live broadcast, Uchiha Sasuke was one of the participants in this ninja exam. Qianshou Zhujian. Oh. Has it been 60 years? It seems that the development of Mai is good. Yujibwa Meichin said, Sasuke, can Sasuke hear me? It's been 5 years and I don't know how you're doing now. Vortex Juxina. What does that mean? Have you also died, Meichin? Yuzibo Meichin. Well, the Yuzibo clan now only has Itachi and Sasuke left. It's so unfortunate, I don't know how my little Naruto is doing now, said Maelstrom Juxina Uchiha Sasuke. Mom. Sasuke's eyes turned red. 5 years have passed, and I never expected to hear my mother's voice again. Naruto Vortex. Naruto. Is that aunt your child also called Naruto? What a coincidence. Vortex 9 Shina. Naruto. Just as I was about to ask about my son's situation, the live broadcast room suddenly started again. The viewing will begin in 10 seconds, please watch carefully. 10. 9, 8. Watching begins. The silver screen on the left lights up, revealing the image. Kiba Hospital 7-year-old Uchiha Sasuke has just experienced an extermination incident. Young Sasuke's eyes were lifeless, his body trembled slightly, as if he was afraid of something. Last night, my brother's temperament underwent a drastic change, and the scene of killing his parents and clan members is still vivid in my mind. At the thought of these, Sasuke felt his brain tremble. My eyes are slightly swollen, as if something is about to change. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 2. The Extinction of the Whole Clan, Angry Opening of a Gouyu. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Orochimaru. Is this what happened when Uchiha was just exterminated? It's interesting. Vortex Juxina. Itachi, that child actually killed Meichin and even wiped out the entire clan. How could that be? Juxina was extremely shocked. When she was still alive, she was good friends with Uchiha Meichin and knew Uchiha Itachi very well. That child doesn't seem like someone who can do such a thing. Uchiha Meichin said, well, that's true. The reasons behind it are very complex, and I can't fully explain them. Shinsho said, it seems that Uchiha Sasuke is about to open his eyes. He was slaughtered by his own brother and his entire clan. I don't know what level he can open his eyes to. Shinsho Zhujian said, I won't just go straight to the kaleidoscope, will I? After all, it's so exciting. Yuji Boban. It's impossible. Did you treat the kaleidoscope like a cabbage between the pillars? He's a 7-year-old child, how could he have that chakra to support and open the kaleidoscope? Shinsho said, however, with such strong stimulation, it's not a problem to guarantee that 1 hook jade is safe, and 2 hook jade are also normal. In the Pure Land world, Yuzhibo Fuyue looked eagerly at the silver-framed screen. He also looks forward to his youngest son's talent for writing will eyes. Shao organized the base. Uchiha Itachi remained silent. Only he had already known the answer. Uchiha Sasuke's breathing became increasingly rapid, and his eyes gradually turned red. Suddenly both eyes changed from black to crimson in each eye. There is a pitch-black jade, however, the crimson Sharingan disappeared in an instant, and Uchiha Sasuke gasped for breath, seeming to have exhausted all his strength. Uchiha Fuyue. Orochimaru. Yuji Boban. Chimu Kakashi. There was a silence in the chat room. They enthusiastically speculated that Uchiha Sasuke could write about how many gems the wheel eye could open. As a result, is it really just a piece of jade? Destroyed the entire clan, enraged and opened a jade hook. And just this 1 hook jade is still fleeting, if it weren't for their quick eyes, they might not have noticed it. In the real world, Uchiha Sasuke's face turned red. His own experience was displayed in front of the full tolerance interface, making him feel ashamed and angry. Shinsho Feijian said, the entire clan that was annihilated only has a glimpse of a jade, and his talent is quite average. What else is there to watch? Why does the live broadcast room broadcast his life? Shinsho Zhujian said, this child is too young after all. He doesn't have enough chakra to open his eyes to a higher level, which is normal. Orochimaru said, Sasuke grew up in a peaceful era, and since childhood, there has been no tension in his cultivation and a lack of serious guidance. This is normal. He had already tested Uchiha Sasuke's talent in the second round of the Chinese ninja exam before. Orochimaru is very confident. If Uchiha Sasuke asks him to teach, he will soon have comparable strength to shadow level. The live broadcast room continues to play. After Sasuke's eye-opening, the ward door opened, 3 generations of fire shadow ape flying sun / walked in. The sound of the monkey flying sun / spoke kindly. Sasuke, I didn't expect Itachi to do such a thing. I have announced that Uchiha Itachi is an S-level rebellious ninja of Kiba, and the Kiba ninjas will do their best to capture him back. You don't have to worry about your own life here, the village will take care of you. The current environment in your home. If you continue to live there, it may leave a psychological shadow on you. I have arranged a house for you in the core area of the village, and you can move in later. Feel free to tell me anything. I am the Hokage of Konoha and will work hard to take care of every Konoha villager. A few words, combined with the gentle and kind voice of the monkey flying sun / made Sasuke's spirit much better. Thank you, Lord Hokage, Sasuke said with gratitude on his face. Originally, he didn't want to go back to that house anymore. The blood stains and corpses scattered throughout the territory of the Uchiha tribe, as well as my own parents were also killed at home. The vast land of the Uchiha clan has become an empty and desolate dead zone. He dare not go back there now. Afterwards, Sasuke did not go back and directly moved into a new residence. After recuperating at Kiba Hospital for a period of time, Sasuke returned to ninja school. From here on, Sasuke worked twice as hard every day to cultivate. I have set a goal in my heart. To become stronger and then kill Uchiha Itachi. Chinsho said, the monkey handled it well. Although it was due to the evil Uchiha's own internal strife, he still treated a 7-year-old orphan with utmost kindness and righteousness. Monkey flying sun / I shouldn't be praised by the teacher. This is what I, as a Huaying, should do. Ape Fei couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Fortunately, his image was preserved in this live broadcast room. However, other people in the ninja world are not so easy to let go. Inoue. Is it credible that 13-year-old Uchiha Itachi suddenly went crazy and slaughtered the entire clan? 4th generation Lei Ying. Anyway, I don't believe it. Zhao Meiming said, not to mention anything else, how could it be that the 3 generations Fire Shadow only learned about such a big matter after the fact? Root Organization Base. Tuanzang also came to add a flame. Anyway, as a Hokage, Ape Fei couldn't help but take responsibility for such incidents during his reign. Upon hearing these words, Monkey Flying Sun / became angry directly. It's okay if others say it, do you still mean to say it to me, Tuanzang? Monkey Flying Sun / Tuanzang, what are you talking nonsense about? I am the Hokage of Konoha, you a ninja of Konoha, following the shadows of other villagers to slander your own village. What is your intention? Bang! A straight tap on the table with a hidden aura. Use Hokage to suppress him again. For so many years, he has heard this kind of rhetoric countless times. But unfortunately, it cannot be refuted. Just because he is not Hokage. Rigian, you will regret it. Tuanzang said with resentment in his heart. A live streaming room for watching movies. The silver-framed screen gradually dimmed. The picture began to appear on the gold-framed screen. Orochimaru. Is this Uchiha Sasuke from the parallel world? I wonder if it can bring more surprises. Uchiha Sasuke is also very curious. The self of another world. Will there be any different life? Kiba Hospital. Uchiha Sasuke, also 7 years old, sat on the hospital bed with furrowed brows, pondering something. The difference is that Sasuke's eyes did not fluctuate and there seems to be no sign of opening them. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 3. Another Sasuke, he is already doubting the truth. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Naruto Vortex. Sasuke in this world seems to be even worse, with no movement in his eyes. Uchiha Sasuke. Idiot Naruto, shut up. Kienshizu said, I don't seem to see any difference. Is there any difference between these two worlds? Chiensho said, from the current perspective, Uchiha Sasuke in this parallel world seems to have more stable emotions. This is not right, this is not Uchiha. The people in the ninja realm suddenly realized. The words spoken by Chiensho Fong also caught their attention. Sasuke from the original world was very emotional at this moment. Fear, despair, sadness, anger, hatred, various emotions intertwined together. And Uchiha Sasuke, who lives in a parallel world, can't see any emotions at all. On the contrary. His expression is very calm. Even seems to be thinking about something. Orochimaru said, it's really interesting. This Uchiha Sasuke is very different. I'm curious about what he's thinking now. Vortex Juxina. Shouldn't Sasuke be too stimulated? He's completely broken, right? Ujibwa Meichin. I don't think so. Uchiha Sasuke has been reminiscing about something at this moment yesterday afternoon, just as school was about to end. Teacher Irika suddenly told them to add classes after several hours of continuous classes. The school didn't finish until it was completely dark after that. He ran home and saw corpses everywhere. Is there any relationship between these two? Ninja school has never had such a sudden addition before. Why did you suddenly add classes yesterday? And there were several hours of extra classes. Following this, the Uchiha Itachi massacred the entire clan. Is this too coincidental? Boom. A commotion. Almost everyone's faces changed. Uchiha Sasuke, after being slaughtered by his own brother and his parents and entire clan, surprisingly remained emotionally stable and calmly pondered this matter. He is actually suspecting the truth of the extermination incident. Is this a 7-year-old child? Naruto Vortex. Was there an extra class at that time? Why don't I remember? Haruno Sakura. I seem to have some impression that one day, I suddenly added several classes. Yamanaka Inoue. I also have some impressions. Nara Lumaru. Interesting. I remember very clearly that after the sudden addition of classes, Sasuke didn't come to school the next day. Is there any connection between these two things? Irika. I remember that day when I suddenly received a notice that there were several important classes that had to be completed on the same day. The monkey flying sun has shed a cold sweat. Why would Sasuke from the parallel world think of such a thing? Anoki. I guessed well. There is indeed a conspiracy. Zhao Meiming said, a 7-year-old little brother can think of these things and think calmly at that time. It's really amazing. Orochimaru. Teacher Yufei, how do you explain? The monkey flying sun / had already cursed and bloomed in his heart. This group of people, they look like they don't mind the big picture. After pondering the reasons, Ape Flying Sun / began to refute. Don't spit blood out. I did find some situations in the village. I rushed over with someone to handle them, but it was already too late. In order to prevent the students at ninja school from being affected, we temporarily added classes to keep them at ninja school. Chiensho said, it makes sense. However, Monkey, you are still derelict in your duty to realize such a big matter in the village later on. Monkey Flying Sun / What the teacher criticized was that when the incident happened suddenly, my Huaying reaction was not timely and needed to be reviewed. After speaking, Ape Flying Sun Slayer breathed a sigh of relief. This level has barely passed. In the golden frame screen. Monkey Flying Sun / walked into the ward, using the same set of words. I have arranged a place for you to stay in the center of the village. I can send someone to help you deliver your belongings, so you don't need to go back to that sad place. Monkey Flying Sun / said with a gentle expression on his face. However, Uchiha Sasuke's reaction was beyond his expectations. Sasuke's gaze flickered, as if he had made up his mind. Lord Huiying, I want to go back and tidy up my parents' belongings. The matter has already happened, even if I fear it no matter how much, I have to face the truth. Escaping cannot solve the problem. I have made up my mind. Monkey Flying Sun / paused for a moment, then nodded and said. Okay. Xiao Sasuke, I'm glad you can muster the courage and pick yourself up. If you find that this is still too stimulating for you, don't force it. If you have any difficulties, you can tell me. I am the Hokage of the village, and I will work hard to protect every villager of my. I will, thank you, Lord Hokage. Sasuke nodded and said Chimu Kakashi. Amazing, Sasuke from this parallel world is not only more calm, but also more mentally mature. He has also had the same experience. Also at the age of 7. That morning, when he woke up, he saw his father lying in a pool of blood. With the sharp blade of his father's fame in his abdomen, white teeth. He no longer remembers the memories that followed. The whole person was confused and had no idea what they had done at that time. You know, he was 7 years old at that time and had already become a ninja for a year. And before that, he also remembered the surging public opinion towards his father in the village. By comparison, Uchiha Sasuke's situation is that the day before, the whole family was still happy, but suddenly his brother killed his parents and the entire clan. In this situation, Sasuke from this parallel world can still muster the courage to face reality. Stronger than him of the same age. Afterwards, under the leadership of a dark department, Sasuke returned to the Uchiha clan territory. The bloodstains everywhere have not been cleared yet. There are many dark areas wearing animal masks, dealing with corpses at home. Seeing this scene, Sasuke's breathing became slightly rapid. An unknown part of the brain begins to activate. My eyes are starting to swell. A jade hook in both eyes slowly emerged. Sasuke didn't stop, stepped through the bloodstains everywhere, and walked towards his own home. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. If no one stops him in Chapter 4, can he be a kaleidoscope on the spot? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Qianqiu said, I've opened my eyes. It's stronger than in the original world, and I can maintain a jade all the time. Qianqiu Zhujian said, I think being able to open your eyes at the age of 7 is already very impressive. I remember you opened your eyes when we parted ways, right? How old were you at that time? Yuji Boban. Shut up between the pillars. Speaking and talking, how did you get involved with him? Zhao Meiming said, did the famous ninja world cultivator actually open his eyes because he was separated from the first Hokage? What a touching emotion. Zelaya said, this is the characteristic bond of my, but it turns out that it has existed since the first generation of Hokage. Qianqiu said, I have always felt that your relationship with Uchiha is abnormal and too close, big brother. Even he felt like his own younger brother couldn't match him. Swirlpool Mito. Indeed. Qianqiu Zhujian. Kaijian, Mito, don't think so. Chimu Kakashi. Hey, aren't we discussing Sasuke's Sharingan? Deshimaru said, I have a premonition that Gouyu should not be the upper limit of this Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke is also very curious. It's all about oneself. Why is there such a big difference in oneself in a parallel world? Return to your own home. The bodies of my parents are no longer here, perhaps they were carried away by someone. Only 2 dry pools of blood remain in place. Just last night, right here my parents were killed. They were killed by Uchiha Itachi. Intense pain, anger, and hatred surged into Sasuke's heart. Goyu's riding wheel eyes gradually began to rotate, and the speed became faster and faster. The pitch-black Gouyu appeared as a remnant, gradually splitting into 2 Gouyu, double Gouyu riding wheel eyes, double Gouyu with double eyes. Is this Shuang Gouyu? In the real world, Uchiha Sasuke felt a wave of jealousy. This is too bullying. He opened a Gouyu on the night of the extermination, and then he couldn't open it again. Afterwards, in the Kingdom of Wave, the Sharingan was truly opened, and one of the eyes evolved into the double Gouyu. As for the double-hooked jade eyes, it was not long ago. And on the second day of the night of the extermination, the parallel world self opened its eyes with double-hooked jade like this. Why is the gap so big? Chimu Kakashi. Sasuke from the parallel world seems to have better talent. Kakashi looked at his Sasuke and compared him to Sasuke on the gold-framed screen. The difference is simply not too obvious. From the maturity of the mind, to the strength of the mentality, and then to the talent of writing will eyes, comprehensively crush. Orochimaru. Pay attention, it's not over yet. In the golden frame screen. After Sasuke's eyes evolved to double Gouyu, Gouyu and the crimson pupils did not stop spinning. Emotions are getting more and more intense. The pupils in both eyes are becoming increasingly active. The rotation of Gouyu in my eyes is getting faster and faster. Suddenly, the dark side walked over and reached out to press on Uchiha Sasuke's shoulder. Calm down, control your emotions. If you can't bear it, I'll take you away now. Sasuke's emotions paused, the whole person broke free from the previous wild and intense emotions. The black jade in my eyes stopped spinning. The crimson eyes gradually faded and returned to their original black pupils. No need, I can handle it, Sasuke said. Orochimaru. That's the end of it. Who is that dark department? Mind your own business. I could have hoped to see if Sasuke in the parallel world could unlock Sankoku. The result was disrupted by a sudden emergence of a dark side. Emotions have been interrupted. How can one continue to advance in writing will eyes? Qianshou Zhujian said, don't be too hasty. If you are too young and have strong eyes, it may not be a good thing as it will increase the burden on your body. Monkey Flying Sun / The first generation of adults was right. I think that the dark side did a very good job. Compared to writing will eye upgrades, it is still important to prioritize taking care of Sasuke's body. To be honest, Monkey Flying Sun / was a bit scared just now. At the age of only 7, the Sharingan is about to evolve toward Sangouyu. If this allows him to grow up, then it's okay. Moreover, the Uchiha Sasuke in the parallel world is clearly skeptical of the truth about the extermination of the race. This is even more troublesome. Chimu Kakashi said, indeed, writing will eyes really puts a heavy burden on the body. Orochimaru. That's because you're from a foreign tribe and don't have Uchiha bloodline. Zelaya said, you don't need to be too anxious about strength. It doesn't matter if you walk a little slower at first, but you can catch up later and there may not be a possibility of catching up. Does she won? Hee. In Orochimaru's opinion, there's no need to worry about the burden on the body. If it doesn't work, then find a solution. If the burden on the body is too heavy for the Sharingan, then try transplanting the first-generation Hokage cells. That's how Tuanzang is doing, isn't he also living well? For Orochimaru, blood and talent come first. If Uchiha Sasuke from the parallel world had not been disturbed by the dark side, perhaps he could have Sangouyu on the spot. Continuing to evolve towards a higher stage is not impossible. If it doesn't work, take out the bodies of Yuji Bofuyue and others to stimulate Sasuke. If it doesn't work out, just chop a few more knives at the body and give it a little more stimulation. Gao will create a kaleidoscope for you. The Sasuke Sharingan talent in this parallel world is so strong, of course it cannot be wasted. Yujibwa Fuyue said, the talent for Sasuke's Sharingan in another world is even stronger than Itachi's. Yujibwa Meichin. I hope Sasuke can protect himself well. Sasuke wandered alone in the empty and desolate home. The things left by his parents, as well as his own, were carefully reviewed before deciding whether to take them away. Daily necessities for parents. A family's usual photos, ninjutsu scroll at home. Some miscellaneous books. Pack and take away one after another. Farewell to this family. Afterwards, Sasuke, under the leadership of the dark side, moved to a new residence arranged by the third Hokage. At night, Sasuke was browsing through the things he had brought back in his new residence. I stumbled upon a book called The History of My, published by the Uchiha clan. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 5. Sasuke's Plan, Find the Truth on Your Own. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Uchiha Sasuke said, "That's a history book of wooden leaves published by the clan, but it was banned by the village. He kept a book privately. I didn't expect to be left behind by Sasuke from another world." The monkey flying sun/'s face changed. There were various historical books published by major ninja tribes in the village before. Later, he banned it and the ninja school uniformly used the history textbooks written by the village. Unexpectedly, Sasuke from another world coincidentally obtained a book. In theory, the dark side should have already searched and inspected the Uchiha clan territory. Some important things, such as the Forbidden Scroll, have already been taken away in advance. As the head of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Sasuke's home is naturally heavily visited by the dark side. However, the dark side did not notice this forbidden book. I guess so. It's just a book, even if it's banned, how much can the dark side value it? It's just a book, and reading it shouldn't have a big impact. The monkey flying sun beheaded and comforted himself. In the chat room. Chimu Kakashi. That Sasuke seems to be very interested in this book. Naruto Vortex. A history book, this boring thing, why would Sasuke be interested? Orochimaru said, "Oh, it's really interesting. I'm looking forward to Sasuke's future more and more." Most people feel a bit puzzled about this. It's just a book, what can be seen? If you have time to read, it's better to practice hard and strive for revenge as soon as possible. In the quiet new residence, Sasuke closed his eyes and focused on his thoughts. What are the things I can confirm now? The first one is about Uchiha Itachi. A kind and good brother, and a madman who kills his parents and destroys the entire clan in pursuit of power. At least one of these two is pretending. The second one is about the truth about extermination. Since Uchiha Itachi can overnight transform from the former to the latter, it indicates that people may not be trustworthy, and those who appear amiable on the surface may not be trustworthy. Since Uchiha Itachi, this kind and good brother, suddenly became untrustworthy, so the other people in the village, no matter who they are or what they appear to be, cannot completely believe it. What is the truth about extermination? If you can't listen to Uchiha Itachi's one-sided words, then you can't listen to others' one-sided words either. Thinking of this, Sasuke couldn't help but tremble all over. After all, he is only 7 years old. How difficult it would be to accept such a fact at this age. No one can be trusted. Looking up, the whole village doesn't even know who to rely on. What a lonely situation this is. Bo Feng Shui Gate. It's really amazing. You can think of these things at the age of 7. He considers himself a genius from childhood to adulthood. But in terms of mental maturity, he is far inferior to Sasuke from the parallel world. At least, Bo Feng Shui thought to himself, if he were in the same situation as Sasuke and at the same age, he wouldn't be able to do this. Yuji Bo Meichin said, "Alas, Sasuke's future is also too difficult." Uchiha Sasuke said, "This is Sasuke's fate. He is already in this situation, and it would be better if he could think of these things earlier. As parents, we are powerless, so we can only bless." Sasuke in the real world felt a daze. I seem to have never thought like I did in a parallel world. Uchiha Itachi, why did his temperament suddenly change? Which one is he really? He never thought about the truth about extermination and who he should believe. Besides practicing, should we also occasionally stop and think about our own destiny? Sasuke couldn't help but reflect. You can't believe everything others say, who knows if they can be trusted. Compare in the live broadcast room. Sasuke opened his eyes after confirming the first 2 points. What needs to be done afterwards is clear. Firstly, in daily life, strive to observe and confirm each person's credibility one by one. Secondly, read more books, read various books, and think for yourself to verify the truth of the extermination incident. Since everyone cannot be absolutely trustworthy, it is difficult to find the truth through people. You can only read slowly and think slowly on your own. Of course, these are things to find the truth. Besides this, it's just cultivation. We can't finally uncover the truth, but we don't have the power to seek revenge. Sasuke's eyes gradually became deep and lively. The spiritual fire that almost extinguished last night is now reignited and even more vigorous. I will rely on myself to find out the truth and have the power to seek revenge. Sasuke secretly made up his mind and said. Fourth generation Lei Ying. He is a 7-year-old child who wants to find out the truth on his own. Inoue. Absolutely outrageous. The powerful Taiying, couldn't figure out anything about the Uchiha extermination incident. He actually wants to investigate it on his own. Orochimaru said, geniuses are always unique. Kienshizu said, the village has excellent descendants, it's really great. Shinsho said, although he is an evil Uchiha, I have to admit that this little ghost is indeed a genius. Uchiha Sasuke's eyes were almost red with envy, and his Sharingan eyes were almost stimulated. It's also oneself. I am only 7 years old in the parallel world, but I can be praised by the previous generation of Hokage and other village shadows like this. Sasuke opened the book, The History of Konoha, published by the Uchiha clan, and looked very serious. Find the truth, start by studying history seriously. Feilu's novel, Fei wants you to look good. Chapter 6. Me, Monkey Flying Sun / Strongest Fire Shadow. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Until the second half of the night, Sasuke successfully flipped through the history of the wooden leaf. I have gained a general understanding of the history of wood leaves over the past few decades. Shinsho and Yuzhibo jointly established Konoha, but Shinsho produced 2 Hokage. The 3rd generation Hokage was still a disciple of the 2nd generation Hokage, while Yuzhibo did not have any Hokage. In the Second Ninja War, Kiba Shiraya made outstanding contributions and suppressed Sannin. However, later on, Kiba Shiraya committed suicide in the village's public opinion by giving up his mission and choosing to save his teammates. In the Third Ninja War, the Golden Shining Wave Feng Shui Gate performed meritorious deeds and defeated Orochimaru, becoming the 4th generation Hokage, but soon died in the Nine Tails Rebellion. After the Nine Tails Rebellion, Uchiha was suspected and forced to relocate his tribe. The 3rd generation Hokage reappeared in the mountains, and the village never chose the 5th generation Hokage. In the 50th year of the Kiba era, the former Hokage candidate, Orochimaru, defected. Sasuke closed the history book in his hand, and this book recorded the defection of Orochimaru here. Although many things are recorded without a beginning or end, fortunately, there is a comprehensive record of various major events in the history of my mind is filled with various information. Sasuke couldn't help but pinch his forehead. What can you tell from this, the only feeling? 3rd generation Hokage has been in power for such a long time. Sasuke couldn't help but sigh. After being designated as the 3rd Hokage by the 2nd Hokage during the First Ninja War, the 3rd Hokage has been in power for 30 years now. Sasuke's eyes flickered slightly, and he made a conjecture in his heart. Will the 3 generations of Hokage rule over Kiba for more than 30 years, and will he be so unaware of what happens in the village? Especially when it comes to major events like Uchiha's extermination. 2 possible options. First, the 3rd generation Hokage told me the truth about the extermination incident. Second, the 3rd generation Hokage concealed some things. Which of these 2 is more likely? Inoue. Why bother thinking about it? How could Ape Fly not know anything? 4th generation Thunder Shadow. If 3rd generation Fire Shadow had really been so late-witted, I'm afraid he would have been ousted by that ninja darkness long ago. Zhao Meiming said, a Hokage who has been in power for over 30 years, anyone would tend to believe that he has concealed the truth. Monkey Flying Sun / his face turned black. He never expected that Uchiha Sasuke would actually analyze something. Surprisingly, one can guess based on his governing age. However, even he had to admit that this conjecture was very reasonable. At this moment, Orochimaru was in a very happy mood and looked jokingly at his teacher sitting next to him. Teacher Yuenfei, don't worry, slowly think about how to defend yourself. Ape Flying Sun / glared angrily at Orochimaru, took a deep breath, and spoke in the chat room. The age of governance doesn't indicate much, you should be the clearest about this big wild tree. Inoue. What are you talking about when it comes to me? It's about your own business. Monkey Flying Sun / Is that right? You, Inoue, have also served as the third generation Sasukage since the first ninja war. Is your mastery of Iwamura omniscient? I heard that your disciple Didera left Yenin village a few years ago and has been missing since then. And there's also Zhuli Laozi, a four-tailed person from your Yenin village. He doesn't pay much attention to you, a local shadow. He's wandering alone in the ninja world. Inoue's face stiffened. Damn it, what you said makes sense. He cannot refute either of these things. In terms of governing age, he and Ape Flying Sun are at odds. But his Yenin village is also a pile of troubles, and his earthy shadow can't do anything about it. Since that's the case, it's normal that the fire shadow of the Monkey Flying Sun / cannot fully grasp and understand what happened in my village, right? If he questions the Monkey Flying Sun / again, wouldn't he also question himself? Inoue. I'm convinced, Monkey Fly, it's truly you. No wonder Ape Flying Sun / can firmly grasp power in the competition of rising stars such as Kiba White Fang, Sannin, and Golden Shining. With just this mouth, no one in the entire ninja world can match it. Deshimaru. Tisk, it's boring. Fourth generation Lei Ying. There are so many troubles in your village. Zhao Meiming said. I don't want to speak. If Wuyin village claims to be the second most chaotic place in the world, there is no place in the entire ninja realm that dares to claim to be the first. The next day, Sasuke went straight back to ninja school, ignoring discussions from others about the extermination of the Uchiha clan. In class, Sasuke directly took out the history textbook of ninja school and flipped through it. Anyway, he has learned all the courses he taught, so it's better to read books by himself. Sasuke had also read the school's history textbook before, but this time with a purpose in mind, he discovered many problems. A lot of content is missing. There are very few records about the history of my village, but the majority of the content is about the period of the three dynasties' Huiying reign. The three generations Hokage is the strongest Hokage of Kiba, and during his reign, he cultivated powerful figures such as Kiba's White Fang, Three Ninjas, and Golden Flash. But it's missing a lot of things. There is very little content about Kiba White Fang, which is clearly a great hero of the Second Ninja World War. The content about Orochimaru has also been greatly reduced, and the issue of defection has not been mentioned at all. Monkey Flying and Sun Chopping secretly complained in his heart. Why is it always him? He's too difficult, isn't he? Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 7 Question. Sasuke's attitude toward Sakura Inoue. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Yuji Boban. The strongest Hokage. What do you think, between the pillars? Kien Shizu said. Cough, actually I'm not that strong either. In the ninja world, all the older ninjas rolled their eyes one after another. Is what you said, the first Hokage, not against your heart. Anyone who is a bit old has grown up listening to the legends of Kien Shizu and Uchiha. Qianshou said, Monkey, have you surpassed my elder brother in strength? Monkey Flying Sun / Never dare to compare with the first generation of adults, this is a misunderstanding. The people who write textbooks are not rigorous in their work, and I will immediately have them change it. Awkwardly dying. I wish I could hide my face and run away. How did Ren Yuanfei Rigian think? He never imagined that his boasting in ninja school textbooks would be seen by his ancestors, Hokage. Qianshou said, I can understand this. As a Hokage, it's normal to strengthen your authority appropriately, but be careful not to take my big brother out and trample on you. Monkey Flying Sun / I'll have someone change it immediately after me. Inoue. Leaving aside the most powerful Hokage thing, Monkey Fly, you actually edited the history textbook of ninja school. TSK. Fourth generation Thunder Shadow. It seems that third generation Fire Shadow is indeed old, and can only maintain its authority through this way. Orochimaru said, shouldn't I be grateful? After all, I deleted all my defections. Kakashi remained silent. His father's story has been greatly edited out of history books. This gives him a feeling of betrayal. Qianshou said, it's normal to delete the shameful things about the village. But Monkey, you have too many shameful things, right? In the Pure Land. 1,000 hands can't help roast. From the death of White Fang, to the defection of Orochimaru, and then to the extermination of Uchiha. Everything is a big deal. The elite forces of so many villages have not died on the battlefield, they have disappeared in such a vague way. Qianshou said, Monkey, you're too old. Choose the 5 generations of Hokage as soon as possible. Monkey Flying Sun / What the teacher said is that I am already considering the 5 dynasties Hokage. Ape Flying Sun / couldn't help wiping the sweat off his forehead. This level has barely passed. In ninja school Sasuke frowned and pondered. He vaguely sensed something, the death of White Fang, the Golden Flash becoming the 4th Hokage, the 9-tailed rebellion, the rebellion of Orochimaru, and the destruction of Uchiha's clan. There seems to be a thread between these things. As long as we find this line, we may not be far from the truth, but no matter what he thinks, he can't think of where the problem lies. Pop pop. Orochimaru couldn't help but applaud. Uchiha Sasuke in this world is really a genius, he actually found a clue to the truth. Monkey Flying Sun frowned and said, Big Snake Maru, what nonsense are you talking about? Orochimaru said, am I talking nonsense? Teacher Ape Fei, you know best in your heart. Orochimaru sneered in his heart. His teacher has been in the position of Hokage for too many years and has long been corrupted by power. The fundamental reason behind the series of events from the death of White Fang to the extermination of Uchiha's clan is that his teacher wants to control the power of Muba. He had hoped that this plan to collapse the wooden leaf could give his teacher a decent appearance. But now that this movie-watching live broadcast room appears, it's probably impossible to have such a decent appearance. Sasuke spent another morning reading, but the key question he had been pondering didn't come to his mind. Instead, he was so hungry that he felt dizzy. At this moment, I realized that I didn't have a lunchbox with me. In the past, it was his mother who helped him prepare, but now he is the only one left. I read all night last night and hurried to school in the morning. I didn't even expect to prepare a lunchbox on the side of the mountain. Inoue noticed Sasuke's predicament, his eyes lit up, and he walked over with his lunchbox. Didn't Sasuke bring a bento? Would you like to have a meal with me? Chunai Sakura also approached. Let Sasuke eat mine, I bring all the things Sasuke likes to eat. Haruno Sakura's heart was secretly jumping with joy. It's not in vain for her to spend her days observing Sasuke's preferences, and, in order to have a chance to have lunch with Sasuke, I make whatever Sasuke likes on the bento every day. Now it finally comes in handy. Naruto Vortex. Damn it, I haven't even eaten the bento made by Sakura. Yamanaka Inoue. Sakura, you've been too thoughtful, haven't you? You actually made such preparations. Haruno Sakura. This is called an opportunity left only for those who are prepared. But inside, there was a crazy howl of sorrow. Why is this damn live broadcast room even showing such things? Doesn't that make her look like a licking dog? Ding, it's time for the award. Winning QA question. How would Uchiha Sasuke respond to the invitations from Sakura Haruno and Inoue Yamanaka? A. Women only affect the speed at which I throw away bitterness, ignoring it. B. I am a lonely avenger, coldly rebuking and scaring them away. C. Accept their invitation and express gratitude. D. Accept their invitation and try to establish a harmonious relationship with them, working together to rebuild the Uchiha clan. Feilu's novel, Fei Wants You to Look Good. Chapter 8. King Sasuke begins to sell his color scheme. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seleya. Is this harmonious relationship the one I understand? Chimu Kakashi said, I think it's rebuilding the Uchiha clan. How else can we rebuild it? Hui Bisho said, there is only one answer, and that is to get married, take concubines, and have more children. Zhao Meiming said, hee hee. Men are all the same. Uchiha Sasuke. What are you all talking about? Sasuke's face turned red. He never thought about getting married or taking concubines at all. Since the extermination incident, he has been determined to enhance his strength and then killed Uchiha Itachi for revenge. As for girls, what is that? Can it increase his accuracy in losing his suffering or enhance the power of ninjutsu? Anoki. I'm still too young. Fourth generation Laying said, indeed, there is only one bloodline left in the Uchiha lineage of Mai. The top priority must be to first pass on the bloodline, and the more inheritance sites there are, the better. Yuji Bo Fuyue said, I think so too. I choose D. Sasuke was completely dumbfounded. What is the situation? How could my dad choose such an outrageous option too? Impossible, absolutely impossible. Even if it is oneself from another world, carrying deep blood and hatred, how could one waste their thoughts and time flirting with girls? Sasuke. I chose option A. This is the most likely option he analyzed based on his own personality. Chimu Kakashi said, I think option C is more likely, so I chose option C. Root Organization Base. Tuanzang felt a bit anxious when he saw that all the other options had been selected. This comparison shows that various unspecified rewards will be distributed in the live broadcast room. Is it really true or not? Anyway, give it a try. I have chosen option B. Tuanzang resolutely said. Monkey Flying Sun / Tuanzang. Why did Tuanzang join in the fun? Jitsuan Tuan hides a sneer in his heart. If the reward given in the live broadcast room does not satisfy him, then it doesn't matter. But if the reward is really valuable, perhaps he can use it to peek at the position of Hokage. The gold frame screen starts playing again. Sasuke hesitated as he looked at the enthusiastic Sakura and Inoue. He is now alone, I have to learn and practice every day, and time is very tight. If you spend time preparing lunch boxes for yourself every day, you will waste even more time, so should we give it a fair amount of free votes? Anyway, it seems that Sakura Inoue and the others are also willing. Thinking of this, Sasuke smiled at Sakura and Inoue. Then I'll trouble you all, Sakura, Inoue. Haruno Sakura and Yamanaka Inoue were both stunned. They have been attending ninja school for almost a year now and have been competing with Sasuke since they started. This is the first time I have seen Sasuke show a smiling face towards them, and he is still so enthusiastic and sincere. For a moment, the two women were even somewhat flattered. Next, Sakura Haruno and Inoue Yamanaka will each share their bento and have lunch with Sasuke. After lunch, after thanking the two women, Sasuke's expression was slightly unnatural. Sakura, Inoue, could you also trouble me for lunch in the future? You should have heard about the situation at home. Haruno Sakura's eyes lit up and she hurriedly said. No trouble, no trouble. I would be happy to help Sasuke. Yamanaka Inoue added. Of course, there's a small request. I hope Sasuke can have lunch with me every day. Sasuke felt a little confused and nodded in agreement. Why does it seem like they're not just happy, but even a little impatient. It's like it's not him taking advantage, but the two of them. Zhao Meiming said, puff. This handsome little guy doesn't quite understand the role of selling his looks. Yu Jibwa Meichin. You truly deserve to be my Sasuke. Naruto Vortex. Damn it, damn it. What's so amazing about stinky Sasuke? Lee Locke. It's so happy to have Sakura help prepare lunch every day. Kazukaya. Isn't it just having a face? What's so remarkable about it? I'm not bad either. Yunuji said, teeth, people still need to have self-awareness. Chunai Sakura and Yamanaka Inoue looked envious. Although it was rejected but being able to get Sasuke's vote in vain, others haven't had that chance yet. They looked so much that they wished they could cross into a parallel world and replace the other themselves. Chimu Kakashi said, well, it seems that the answer is very clear. I guess it's very correct. The sound in the live broadcast room rang out. Ding, the correct answer to this award. Winning question and answer is option C. Congratulations to Chimu Kakashi for receiving the reward. A Zibo bloodline. A gentle energy appeared within Kakashi's body. There is a chakra in the brain flowing towards the left eye of the writing wheel. Can the writing wheel eye be turned off? Kakashi couldn't help but cover his eyes and controlled the writing wheel of his left eye to close. The Sharingan, which was originally like a mountain and brought him a heavy burden, finally came under control. Is this the function of Uchiha's bloodline? With the disappearance of the drag from his writing wheel eyes, his long-suppressed chakra finally returned to normal. The whole person has become much easier. Sleeping slot. Root organization base. Tuanzang couldn't help but swear. Uchiha's bloodline. He also wants this kind of thing. If he had Uchiha's bloodline, whether it was the kaleidoscope Sharingan that stopped water or the Sharingan on his arm, he could control it. What's like now? We still need to balance each other with the huge amount of chakra in the first generation cells to maintain a fragile situation. 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward. Chapter 9. Kakashi. Uchiha is generally not good at women's sex. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Great. It's even more satisfying than seeing exciting places after buying the latest published Bite Paradise. Since transplanting the earthen Sharingan, Kakashi has never been so comfortable. The sourness caused by writing wheel eyes disappears. With the added power of chakra filling, the whole person's condition is unprecedentedly good. Might Kai. Oh, Kakashi, let's have a friendly duel after the movie watching is over. Chimu Kakashi. Okay, I won't refuse then. Deshimaru. Surprisingly, there are rewards at the level of bloodline. Orochimaru's whole body became excited. This movie-watching live broadcast room is really amazing. It seems necessary for him to seriously consider the award. Winning question and answer. At the same time. The world of all ninjas. Everyone watching the live broadcast has a strong desire for power. Jiraiya said, speaking of which, Kakashi, how did you guess option C? Irika. Based on my understanding of Sasuke at that time, option A or option B should be more reasonable. Kakashi squinted his eyes and began to explain. You don't understand. After the extermination incident, Sasuke's emotions became even more intense and his personality became somewhat paranoid. So, if it were Sasuke from our side, the possible behavior would indeed lean more towards option A or option B. But in the parallel world, Jin Sasuke's mentality is more mature, he can better control his emotions, and his attitude towards the people around him will be better, instead of just having a dead face all day long. Uchiha Sasuke's forehead is bulging with veins. Dead face. Is this how Kakashi views himself? Shincho said, why not choose option D? Because there is only one family left, it is also possible to want to reproduce and rebuild the family, right? Kakashi. Cough cough, this involves another observation of mine. That is, the males of the Uchiha clan are generally not good at femininity. Puff. A group of people who were listening attentively and waiting for explanation were speechless. What is bad femininity? Is it difficult to become a noble clan in the ninja world? Uchiha, who has inherited the great ninja clan for thousands of years, actually a group of male ketones. Yuji Boban. What does it mean to be a bad woman? Chimu Kakashi, right. Can you explain it to me clearly? Yuji Bofuyu said, it's pure slander. If that's true, how did our Yuji Bo family reproduce? Kakashi. Cough, listen to me explain. What I mean is that the men of the Uchiha clan, compared to men and women in love, place more emphasis on the relationship between partners and brothers. Think back to your acquaintance Yuzhibo and see if it's like this. The 3 people in my class are like this. Although Naruto and Sasuke fight back and forth every day, the relationship between them is actually better. As for Sakura, it can only serve as a lubricant. In Sasuke's mind, Sakura's position is definitely not comparable to Naruto's. Shinsho said, there seems to be some truth. After careful consideration, it is indeed so. Shinsho Zhujian. What are you thinking in your mind again, Fei Jian? Chimu Kakashi said, so although Kinzo's attitude towards Sakura Inoue may seem gentle, he is likely just treating them as tools and has no thoughts on romantic relationships. Yuzhibo took the soil and said, Kakashi, what are you talking about? Kakashi. Dirty. You're also here. Black Jew was startled and said to Yuzhibo and 2 beside him. Daitu, what are you doing? Don't expose your identity. Yuzhibo with a disdainful expression on his face. What's to worry about? In Kakashi's view, I speak in the form of a soul, how could he possibly think that I'm still alive? Black Jew thought for a moment and felt that there seemed to be some truth. Dai-Tu deliberately wanted to speak in the chat room. He even felt a little excited in his heart. Kakashi, that idiot, thought he was already dead. One day in the future, just before the success of the Moon Eye project, Kakashi realized that he was still alive and had even pretended to be a dead person chatting with him. That's so interesting. I wish I could see Kakashi's shocked expression now. Kakashi, do you think your position in my heart can match Lin's? Said Yuzhibo with soil. Chimu Kakashi said, so I said that Uchiha is generally not good at being feminine, but you are not good at being feminine with dirt. Compare live streaming rooms. The gold frame screen temporarily stops playing. The silver frame screen lights up. After a period of cultivation, Sasuke returned to ninja school. Compared to before, Sasuke can be described as a major change in temperament. Although he used to have the arrogance that Uchiha used to have, now he has completely become indifferent and distant. Separated from everyone by an invisible wall. Only between Naruto and Naruto, there is occasional noise and commotion for Sasuke. Only Naruto, who is in a similar situation, can feel his pain. Chimu Kakashi said, let me tell you, the men of the Uchiha clan are like this. Uchiha Sasuke. Kakashi, shut up. Naruto Vortex. Did I have a very different position in Sasuke's mind? Why do I still look like a stinky fart all day? Uchiha Sasuke. Naruto, you also shut up for me. Sasuke is going crazy. This comparison live broadcast room has completely exposed his privacy. Sasuke works twice as hard as before in his daily cultivation. In the ninjutsu scroll left by his parents, he successfully mastered several C-level fire escape ninjutsus. In the practical exam at ninja school, Sasuke easily won first place, but Sasuke instead fell into confusion. How should he practice next? 3 things to do when reading. Read, collect, and reward.